How big would you say this is? About 4 inches?
No, it looks like 3.
2, 1. It's the Shant and Ari podcast, you guys. Episode number 22. Shant, welcome to Boston.
Thanks, man. It's not my first time here, but
Would you say it's your third time?
yeah, it's kind of weird doing this with you live. I don't know if I like it.
Well, Shant was just complaining about the distance between us and possibly my breath. Hopefully it doesn't stink. I'm fired up. Shant, why are you here? Just kind of curious. Oh,
Honestly, I'm here to do the podcast. That's kind of it. But came to Rhode Island, me and the wife. We've been visiting family, and then since you guys are family, we figured we'd come see you guys. But honestly, just to do the podcast.
mainly the podcast is what I'm understanding about Shant's visit.
I've been having people, because I'm like, oh, I'm going to see Ari. And I was like, oh, you going to do a podcast together? It's like, yeah, we're going to do it.
We're gonna fucking do. Come on, man!
ask.
Don't be a dumbass.
You don't have to ask.
No, but seriously, though, I'm very, very happy that we were supposed to record this a few days ago, and obviously you being in Rhode Island, it was the icing on you visiting, being able to do this. I'm excited because Shant, you put up some very, very good news a few days ago. We haven't talked about it yet. Can you tell the people the big exciting news?
What, 2020?
No, bro, you're having a kid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's
happening.
Yeah. Shant's having a kid, you guys.
Yeah.
Was I not supposed to say that on air?
No, it's out there.
I heard it's on your Facebook and your Instagram.
Yeah, I know you don't have Facebook, but it's on Instagram and Facebook, and it's announced. My wife Betty's upstairs right now, just getting all pregnant out.
So pregnation is happening upstairs as we speak, and we're downstairs recording this in my basement. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that. I've been going hard this past week. I don't know if you've been able to tell. I put up a video.
I haven't seen you go hard. No, I just haven't noticed you go hard. You showed me one of your last videos. Just been performing fucking sick.
Yeah, it was performing. I think it's because YouTube itself is looking for content being labeled as 2020. They're looking for like new content. But more than that, I've been going hard this past week or so. After the new year, I've been putting in a lot of effort. I've been doing a lot.
I have not been doing anything this week.
Well, you just put it this way. You've been in Rhode Island since the new year. You haven't been able to do much.
No, just kind of like taking care of the shit I have to, like, because I got some deals going on. And I was just checking because another thing, Betty's probably going to be mad at me. She's upstairs. She could probably hear us. But she just finally been able to... Some bigger news, I think.
What?
She's monetized on YouTube.
So that's huge.
Yeah.
I remember actually last year at this time was when I got monetized.
Really?
It's been about a year now for me. Actually, it took me about 2 weeks for that whole thing to let me get monetized. And
it's kind of confusing, but it's exciting.
It's very, very exciting. And this next year, I'm gonna try and double up on my content. I'm going very, very hard on that.
So what you're trying to tell the people is they should start blocking you now.
Yes, blocking me now would probably be a really, really good idea, because I'm gonna go wild. Just kidding. Don't block me. That's like
yeah, please.
It's not nice.
Don't unsubscribe. So today it's kind of different, right? Because we talk about we're kind of two different businesses. We talk about business. But today we're going to talk about something a little different, right? Because I don't know why, it just seemed interesting, right? And talking about like corporate.
Sorry
to cut you off, but because a lot of people that listen to us, that I've been talking to, it's not that a lot of people listen to us, but a lot of people who have been listening to us, they're in corporate. So I'm like, fuck, let's just fucking talk about corporate.
And obviously, because it's such a small following or small group of people, possibly a few of those people I've have a conversation with regarding this, we've been talking about the fact that like how would you set yourself apart in corporate? As in, if you're gonna be putting out content, don't do it under a different name, or build your brand, build your personal expertise up. If you're gonna be building a name for anybody, at least do it with the idea that like you can take credit for it. So I've been the reason why I was mentioning that I'm going to be putting up a lot more content, etc. It's obviously to build myself for 2020 more, not just BAC, but my YouTube channel. So a lot of people have their goals, right, for 2020. I don't know what you had in mind for 2020, but a lot of people in corporate have the idea in their mind that they want to excel. Maybe they want to switch to a different company, or
like they want to get a promotion, right? Or they want to just get a raise, right? Like if their was it quarterly raise? Well, I don't know. Some companies do half a year, twice a year. I don't know what the fuck they do. They want to get a raise. They want to get recognized. They want to win awards. If just whatever it is. And I actually got some pretty, I think, safe. Because I was, we were in corporate. You were in corporate. Yeah. I know how to get it's just we're gonna get into it, but like there's ways you can fucking get ahead, man. And like it's like I think I figured it out. I think if I go back to corporate, if I ever did, it would be like I know how to fucking make it to the to be a CEO.
Well, no, I have a lot of questions for you regarding this. I wanted to ask you a couple different things. So, in essence, if I were or you were to go into corporate, your end game in going to corporate is ultimately climbing up the corporate ladder to a point of like management position.
Of course.
Yeah. Right? But that doesn't happen to a lot of people until they're like 50.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So like in your mind, if you're going into a corporate atmosphere, in terms of growing, how do you also not, cross your limits? How do you respect the corporate environment? How would you approach getting hired? Let's say you left real estate and you were to go into a corporate environment. How would you approach your first year?
Okay.
Right? This is, I think, it's safe for you to give this like advice. It's probably safe for anybody that's already been in corporate for a couple of years now or 3 years now. How would you approach going in there?
So this is my opinion, right? And this is my experience, right? Because like I wasn't in like a huge corporate like organization, but human nature is human nature, right? It doesn't matter if you're a 1,000-person company or a 50,000-person company. Humans are humans, I believe, right? So there's a lot of like it's kind of the same in business as when you go into corporate, right? So the first thing you have to do is just like in business, put your ego aside, right? Like, or any insecurities or anything of like you kind of have to be a kiss ass, but not in like an annoying kiss ass way, right? Whoever your superior is, okay, and then their superior, you have to be really close with them. And like, what I mean by be close with them is you don't have to go hang out with them. It's literally make yourself, it's kind of sad to say, but people like to feel important.
Yeah.
Right? People like to feel like, damn, I'm like the best. Right? So you kind of have to like massage their ego. Right? Put your ego aside. Be like, damn, Ari, like, I loved how you interacted with this other employee. Like, I wish I could be like, like, it's awesome. Like,
is this like one of the beginner blocks for like being able to go up?
Yeah, step one. That's literally there's not step one, but it's like one of the beginner stages, right? So being very like, this is what I used to do. Like I literally, because someone taught me this. Someone literally said, dude, you want to like excel here? He said in a different act, like kind of thing. He said, just jerk the people off. Basically.
Oh boy.
He said, jerk them off. You're like, and not in a way where you're like being a kiss ass, but like legit, like you show up, you work hard, you have to be good, right? You have to be talented. You have to be like the hardest worker, and you have to let them know how hard you're working, right? You literally have to, and I'll let you, like everything you do and the extra you do, you kind of have to let it be known, because people, like, you have to blemish it a little bit too, of how you kind of do stuff.
So you're doing this more not mainly just for job security and promotion purposes. You're doing this more for leeway within the company to be able to do sort of how you're setting out to do. As in, if I'm going into corporate now, I'm kissing a lot of asses. I'm doing exactly what you just said, but I'm not doing it with the idea in mind that like I want to have security within just my position. Like I'm doing it obviously, to your point, to grow, to get promoted, but establishing yourself outside of the company is, I think, the third step. And having that leeway, I think, within the company, like being able to do certain things without getting in trouble, or like rubbing anybody the wrong way. Mm-hmm. I guess what you're saying is develop enough equity or capital, right? Like political capital within your company to be able to do shit outside of the company or show off what you do within the company in the outside world.
Yeah, because you can't. First of all, you can't be like douchey and sleazy about it. Like you can't. You have to have some fucking swagger to this, right? Like you can't just be like, "Oh, you're the best, Adi," you know, like awesome. You know, you have to be like kind of freaking.
You got to have
talent in this, right? But why I said you're superior and they're superior, right? And you big up your superior to the other superior, right? Now this person who's your superior feels like shit. Like this guy's got my back. So when he moves up or she, they're taking you with them, right? But now this person who's above that person says, "Damn, this little crew Shant over there or Adi, he's good." So now they're talking to other departments about you. And now you're like a sought after person. Like you work hard, you're saying the right things, you're doing the right things. Now you have equity in like the upper level management of other departments. So you're able to like, and you do stuff for the other departments. Like you just go out of your way. Like you're walking in, you see like just the dumbest shit. Just see the fucking trash on the floor. Like go by, just pick it up. Like, hey guys, I saw this. You make it known, right? You have to let them know what you're doing. Hey guys, I saw this on the floor. I got this for you guys. Like, or like, hey, I see some boxes. Let me throw this out for you guys. Like, oh, Sean's a fucking nice guy, you know?
Yeah.
Now you have equity in other departments and you have capital. So
you're building. So in essence, what you're doing is you're building up your reputation within the company. You're making yourself known. You're building your security
in the
first,
whole company.
In the whole company. And then you're investing your pride, as in giving up your pride.
100%.
And you're investing in upper management to carry you through.
Because if they like you, like you don't need. It's important your coworkers like you too, right? But if other departments, and that's why like you can't be just hidden, right? You have to be out there. Everyone has to know you. So you have to be in other departments. You kind of have to network. It's literally like running a business. Put your ego aside and network. Right?
Do you think that at some point, even if you're being treated well in the company, do you think at some point it's a good idea to toss around the idea of going to a different company? Or do you think that it's like crazy important to not look at this from a grass greener on the other side type of thing? Like, do you think it's important to keep on investing your energy in moving up within one company? Or investing in yourself to the point where you could do things like LinkedIn, networking events, do these sorts of things so that you can eventually, if you needed to, not resort in your actual resume within the company, but your resume from like how you made yourself look publicly.
I know what you mean. So, and obviously it depends on like what you're like. If you see yourself here forever, then go all in the company. But usually you're not going to like, you know, be at one company for a long time. It's just how all of us now, the new generation is. So you got to go like 70% hard in your company, like, because you're there, right? And you're trying to advance. The more you advance, the more leverage you have at other companies, right? But at the same time, and I want to ask you this as we go on. So like, remember this question, like what you should be doing on social media as a corporate. Obviously, you're not in corporate and doing social media, but you kind of would have a good sense of what to do. So I want to know what you would do. But you have to get big on LinkedIn. You got to reach out to people, right? You have to get in like groups, networking groups, and just like have people know who you are, right? Because if something's going down and there's a recruiter or like a top level manager at another company saying, oh, we need this position. There was this fucking guy, Shant, at this other company. I always see him around. I see him on social media. He's fucking sharp. He's on point. Let me Instagram message him real quick.
Yeah, are you looking for a job or are you looking
hey, how's it going over there? They will reach out to you. And like, the funny thing is, your upper level management, like not the one above you, the one above them, if you're tight with them, they're tight with other companies' upper level management. So if you're around that person, and they're going to be showing you off to these other companies, like, hey, look at this all-star, rock star we have down here, and then now you're going to be on their radar. This shit like is legit.
No, it's legit, and I'm following. There's a lady that I follow on YouTube. Basically, she is a news reporter. So she's like a young, kind of like good-looking news reporter, right? And she has a big YouTube channel that revolves around her life. Outside of the newsroom. Like, bro, she doesn't need to televise herself or make it known about what she does. She's on the news every day. But she does anyway. She like showcases her like personality, her work-life balance. She's doing this all under like a normal, like fun way. But it lets other news channels know.
Like, oh shit,
Like I'm ready to go whenever you guys.
Like when CNN or Fox is trying to call, like I'm here.
Right.
So that's a good, like what I want to know is someone in corporate, like if you were in corporate right now, right? Let's say BMW, what position would you be right now?
If I was working for the corporate dealer, like the AutoNation, or if I'm working for BMW corporate, am I working for the dealer or the manufacturer?
What would you prefer right now?
I'll be completely honest. I'd prefer to work for the manufacturer.
Okay. So what position, like roughly?
I'd probably be like a regional sales manager.
So what would you be doing on social media? Because I think that would be relevant to all not all, but like give me a broad view of like what someone like that or any person in corporate who's trying to move up do be doing on social media, like what you can do, what you shouldn't do.
Absolutely.
Because it's different than what we could do. They can't do the same stuff we do.
Right, because we share everything, and a lot of corporations don't want you to be sharing as much as you are. Yeah. I think the very, very important thing to realize is learning to respect not only the company, but the people that you work with, right? So if somebody doesn't want to be on video, and ultimately you do certain things not just within, like you're trying to stay within guidelines, right? Like this person can't be in your video. Maybe you had their permission to be on, but they sucked completely. But you had their permission and use that video. The company's going to look at you and say, you know that they suck.
Yeah,
don't make us look bad by including both of them. Just include you. So I think that it's being smart and bright enough to know what's going on within your content, knowing what kind of content you can and can't post. So if I'm a regional sales manager for BMW, I'm not posting up my sales strategies or what I'm trying to implement.
Or you're not going to trash Mercedes.
Right? I'm never, exactly. I'm showing what I can show, and I'm doing it in a way that makes it seem fun for anybody watching. So if I'm out in, New Jersey at a BMW dealership doing some sort of training or meeting, I'm letting people know, hey guys, I'm here and we're very excited to do a product launch.
So like you're doing like the intro excitement, like showing that part.
Right. If there's a project that I'm immediately involved in, as in if we're doing some sort of demonstration at 25 different dealerships across the East Coast, each day I'm showing, hey guys, here we're at this, yada yada, and we're really, really excited because of the 2 Series, and then I might even showcase the product, even though that's not my job.
Yeah.
But obviously I'm in charge of sales for that, so now I'm showing it. But I'm not showing how we're trying to implement a sales program.
You're not trying to sell the vehicle. You're just showing the vehicle. Like, hey, look at this cool new feature it has, like, or something.
Right. I know people that work in customer service for companies.
So what can they do? Like, what is someone in customer service?
So if somebody works in customer service, they can't show the phone calls that they're on, right? But they can be giving tips about being in particular phone calls. Like a lady calls in and she's pissed off about her Comcast bill, and this person that's on Instagram or social media is a supervisor for Comcast. Mm-hmm. And she's got to be on the phone. She's the person that, let me speak to your boss type of a person. She could be on social saying, guys, I work. She can get permission from the company to say who she works for. Mm-hmm.
and if not, say, you could just keep it.
Yeah, you can keep it as an I don't work here. But you can now put out content that says, like, okay, guys, how I would handle a situation when a customer is pissed off, when a customer wants a discount, when a customer wants a refund. This is all sorts of things that you could be doing that not only build up your reputation, it also builds up professional capital.
It shows how good you are.
Right. You're showcasing yourself.
Yeah.
You should be showcasing your talent.
Would you, like, because that's like a good... Because, like, regional sales, you should be on social media doing this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, so someone like...
But that's not my job. That's the marketing team's...
But you're showcasing Ari for if Mercedes has a sicker position.
Right.
Now you're out there.
You didn't fuck yourself because you left all of that to the marketing team to just do work just on the car and the brand. You did it for yourself a little bit. You let Mercedes know that is the guy you guys want to be talking to. Not, let me contact BMW, find out who their regional salesperson is.
So, and if you're in customer service, like, it doesn't matter the position. You would still be doing something like your brother, Sako, right? Mm-hmm. He is, he's done courier in the past, right? Mm-hmm. So if would he be doing, like, courier videos, like how to be more efficient, like what to pack in your car, right? Like how to talk to people on the road. Like, is that stuff you...
That's something I would not even just do on Insta. That's something I would revolve a YouTube channel around.
Wow.
And you would do like intricate titles, descriptions, like a courier worker in Boston talking about delivery. Like some sort of...
delivery in the snow and freaking...
Yeah.
Like, even if you're a pizza delivery guy, you could make anything interesting, I guess.
It's insane. It's insane. It's not even just so much just interesting, but providing, like, put it this way, if I watched that kind of video as a pizza delivery driver watching another pizza delivery driver, it's not only just interesting, it's super, super informative. It's almost like a lesson to be learned. Like, they're studying from you.
Yeah, like a training.
Right? So being able to put something like that out, because nobody's really doing it yet for building themselves up in corporate.
Yeah.
And I think that this is something this year that a lot of people, it's either, if you told somebody this that was in corporate thinking about leaving to start their own business, to start their own whatever, if you were to tell somebody this before they did that, there's a fucking crazy chance that person will probably just not leave their job, but start investing in being able to build themselves up using their job.
Yeah.
Like, you got all the benefits. You're gonna get paid regardless. You got everything. Just build yourself up a little bit if your company lets you. So knowing
what
that...
What do you do if they don't? Is there companies that wouldn't let you?
I think that to a certain degree, there's some information that you can give on your social platforms that the company has no say in.
Yeah.
You can talk about work.
Yeah,
you can't talk about particulars about work.
You can't talk about
work.
a particular call when you're on Comcast. Like, you could talk about how to deal with a certain situation.
Right. So I think that being smart about it, if you're trying to build yourself up and you work for the CIA, that's not going to happen. You signed up for that gig.
Yeah, you're non-disclosure. You can't talk about anything. That's different. Right. I guess, like, some positions are like that. So that's kind of crazy. So, like, kind of going back, build a lot of equity. And I think if you do, like, the building blocks I said, right, in the beginning, they will give you the leeway to do whatever you want on social media, too, right? Because they'll be like, hey, let me talk about this. And then you kind of build it in a way, hey, this is going to help the company. I'm going to help you guys out. I'm going to make you guys look good, right? Because I'm going to talk nothing but positive stuff about you guys. Everyone's going to see it and be like, dude, there's this guy in the freaking mailroom on social media loving the company.
Right.
Now another company's going to be like, damn, this person loves their company. Or whatever it is. Just like, there is a lot of advantages to that shit.
There's a lot of advantages, and I think that within a bunch of different job titles, it can be applied. It can be applied across the board. I think that anything at this point that you're putting on social media, it's so saturated with bullshit content that the moment that you fold in now, if you can, your work, I think that you're just ahead of your curve, ahead of your game.
Can I? Sorry, just like it popped up because I used to work at a pizzeria, and the reason I said pizza delivery because I used to be a pizza delivery guy back in the day. Mm-hmm. Like, imagine a guy who works at a pizza shop who does the pizza, the pie making, and if he had a camera there and just showing, that's a fucking YouTube channel.
That's a
successful YouTube channel, and there'll be people who actually like come into the store just to see him if he got personality, if he's like sick and fun.
Yeah,
like that's actually a fucking sick.
It's a brilliant idea. I think even if a delivery driver were to start broadcasting his daily routine on YouTube, it would be a watched channel. Like, look at the shit I go through. Look at the stuff. Like,
you can make it about anything.
Yeah, honestly, if I for whatever reason thought that you were about to say like. What?
No, go. I know what you're gonna say.
Well, I wanted it. I wanted to say like, listen, if I saw somebody in Boston doing content around food delivery or whatever, I'd probably reach out to him, offer him like $10 more per hour because he's doing marketing for our thing.
Yeah,
for our restaurant.
Now you get. See, that's crazy. Now
I would literally offer the kid $22.50 an hour for pizza for shawarma delivery.
So now you have made yourself more money and more valuable to companies.
Yeah.
Like, well, think about you right now, like, because I know you're so busy with everything. Imagine you're just fucking like a legit channel on shawarmas and fucking.
That might be in the works for 2020. I don't know yet.
But like, maybe Sako should do that. But imagine.
Yeah.
Like, that's an interesting fucking channel, and it's going to drive traffic to the restaurant.
I know.
There's going to be people in Rhode Island or in Maine. Or like an hour, 2 hours away, you can be like, let's just fucking drive down to this guy, man. Let's see him.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you. I think that we're downplaying social
for just business owners.
Yeah, for just business owners or marketing, and I don't know what. I think if you look at it from a very, very micro level, they're not looking. I learned this the hard way, man. You should not be promoting yourself on your social media. You shouldn't be highlighting how amazing you are on social media. I think that the very micro content within your posts are what's promoting you. You can't tell somebody I'm a phenomenal basketball player. They want to see you shooting a three. They don't want even to be told, "Hey, watch me shoot a three."
Just shoot it.
Just fucking shoot it.
I watch those kind of videos. You know that, right? Like
what?
People like shooting three, like training or like they're really good and they're just doing like crazy like 10 shots and like
this is what I do. I'm not you know what I mean. I'm not marketing it as I'm the best 3-point shooter.
No.
And this is why and this, like my stats are this is no. Just shut the fuck up. Shoot the shot.
Yeah, and I'll sit there and watch. Yeah. So like, and the thing is like people, I guess going back to social media, like we've talked about in episode 3, I think it was. Like,
the trap.
Yeah, like don't worry about too much about but who's gonna really like it? Who's gonna like? First of all, don't make your whole page just about that.
Yeah, like, I mean, I made that mistake.
Like mix it up a little bit, and don't like. This is the thing I hate. Okay, all these. I don't know, man. I could be wrong because I'm not a famous social media person, and you're not technically right. Like we're not famous social media people. We're not at all. But like when they try to like super make it social media into I fucking can't stand.
The celebrities.
No. Like
what?
The gurus on like you got to post 30% of this, 25% of this. Make the things about this.
Try like to unnatural, basically.
Exactly. Just fucking post shit, bro.
Yeah.
Talk about your day. Talk about what you do, the content you want to build for your brand or yourself to like make more money, have a better career, and then just show what you like. Like
yeah.
I like basketball stuff. I'll show basketball. It's not planned like straight. Okay, it's Tuesday, 7 a.m. I gotta post this. Like
it's stupid. You're looking into analytics. You're looking at
just post, bro. Just post.
It just feels unnatural. I think that anybody at this point, I think that it doesn't even matter if you're a business owner or if you're in corporate. I think that anybody that's looking to just build their own personal brand, like as an employee, as a business, or whatever, I think like these are some steps that you should be taking in 2020. Because that's where it's all headed to. They want to see what your reputation is like online. They want to see that before,
before you go on a job interview, they're looking at your social media now.
Yeah.
I mean,
what a pleasant surprise that if they were to go on your social media and see shit like this, they're like, holy shit, this guy loves his line of work.
Or if you're just sitting drinking all day with like just photos of you drinking and drunk on vacation, right? Yeah. Like,
but most of these people are private, which is good, but
it's not. Like, I want them to see what I do. Yeah. Like, if I was going to interview for whatever right now, a corporate job, I'm gonna be like, go look at my social media, go look at my YouTube, please. Like,
check me out.
Like, because that's who you're gonna get. Not because like, oh, I'm fucking amazing. It's like, if you want to know who you're getting, go on my social media. You'll see who I am.
So, do you think that kissing ass and giving up pride is a little bit of an easier way in to be able to do the things that I'm sort of suggesting people do? Like, if you're a nobody at the company and you all of a sudden get up and start trying to do all this like passive marketing, do you think that that's just not going to work? It's like going back and like the kissing ass, whatever, like just like posting on social, make it natural. Don't be unnatural. Like, you have to have a little talent to like I'm not trying to say kiss ass like a freaking like in an annoying way, right? But like, you will get advantages by doing that, because I've done it, right? Where the company I used to work for, it was like an emergency service company, right? So there was 24 hours open, and I used to work the night shift, right? Because I was new, but I was with the manager, the director, the executive director. Like, I knew everybody, right? And I was like, dude, they all loved me. Because I worked hard and I was good, but then they like you. Yeah, they got to know you.
Yeah, and then I got to blow, like, anything would happen, I would give credit to them, right? As far as like to the high ups. And then they would be like, yo, Shant's the fucking man. Like, he hooks us up. So, got married with Betty, and I wanted to change my schedule from overnight to regular shift. But there was a lot of people ahead of me. But I went to the boss. I'm like, listen, man, dude, can you get me on day shift? Like, the 8 a.m. shift, please. Like,
we got it done.
I got it done. Just like that. They're like, give me a month. Done. Then, 6 months later, I wanted the night shift again. I'm like, listen, man, get me on the night shift. He's like, why? Just please. A month later, I was back on.
You're back on the night
shift. You get whatever you want.
So I guess my question is developing that job security or developing that's
capital.
It's
What would you do right now to get ahead? Like, those are kind of my steps, right? My little step. Whether people like it or don't, it's just kind of what I would do right now if I wanted to like get ahead really fucking fast.
Yeah.
What would you do? Like, forget social media. Like, day to day, what can someone do?
I would be looking for opportunities within that company to make it seem as though it would be very, very hard to replace me within the company.
So how do you do that?
So you got to be doing things that a lot of the employees there aren't. What are the bosses complaining about? What is there a lack of? Is there a lack of good customer service in the showroom? Is there a lack of enough valets outside to be bringing up cars for the salespeople to be like basically just looking for the cracks in my department?
So what happened, and Betty's probably listening. So she works at a big company, right? And I forgot what she was doing when she first got there, like recruiting or whatever it was, recruiting, right? HR. She was doing that. There's a lot of recruiters and whatever. And I'm probably butchering the story, but she literally went to her manager, whatever the freaking, not her supervisor, like the managers, and like, hey, there's no like onboarding. We're hiring all these people. There is no one like a good welcoming and onboarding process for these new employees. And she created one.
Yeah. So she basically found the problem.
The crack, like what you said.
Right. And when we're saying onboarding right now, we're talking like the people were just coming and just starting to work with no sort of like introduction
of the company. So she like talks about all the benefits of the company, the culture of the company. Like, so when someone every Monday in her company, there's like 50, 60 people they hire every week.
Jesus.
And she sits there and has like a 2-hour, 3-hour presentation of the company, all like the culture, rules, benefits. She just created it.
Yeah, there wasn't.
It was like you get hired and you go to your supervisor or your manager,
and then the training happens.
Yeah, training of like the job, the actual like. Okay, here's the sales job or whatever.
There was no personality to the actual.
Yeah, now it's like,
hiring.
Hey, welcome to the company. She onboards you on, and then like transitions you to your manager.
So she's basically, what you're trying to tell me is she's constantly looking for things that they're not doing, that they should be doing, right? Or things that are missing, or things that can be done in addition to whatever the norms are in corporate, as in making it feel more of a non-traditional experience.
Yeah, and now she's made herself irreplaceable because she created the whole platform, right? Like it's like
I love that.
She has like spreadsheets when people come on. This is what you like. It's like a thing, right? And that's her whole thing now. She's the onboarding specialist, manager, or whatever. Like and now she's made herself irreplaceable. I don't think she did it on purpose.
No,
it's just just.
But that's how it happens.
Yeah.
That's how
exactly what you were talking about.
So I think basically
that's the route you would go.
Oh yeah, 100%. I would be
It's probably a better route than my route, but
well, no, you won't.
Like both. Put them both together.
If you can create, you got to be creative with it. Basically, Shant.
It's if you think about it, right? Because everyone wants to be entrepreneurial, right? Which is great, you know.
Yeah. And it's okay to go to corporate.
But you could be that in corporate. Like
exactly.
You see where the problem is. An entrepreneurial, a business owner is they see the problem and they try to capitalize on it. Right? So if you're in corporate, look at a problem, listen to what everyone else's problems are, or look at a problem and be like, hey, this is something, and here's the solution. Not like, hey, this, like a lot of people come up, hey, this is a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the idea behind this whole thing now, going forward, is doing all of that, developing your job security in the business or in the company or whatever, but making it known publicly of your work, of the things that you're able to do, obviously respecting guidelines.
Imagine if she was like on social media, like
doing all that within to a certain limit.
Yeah. But like,
and she gets hired by CarMax.
Or fucking, what's like one of the biggest, like Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon.
Like we want to develop something. You've got the experience.
Yeah. Apple's fucking onboarding specialist.
Yeah. So I think, like, wouldn't you say right now to anybody that's in corporate that, like, this is plain and clear. If you don't like your job, or if you like your job, but maybe you don't feel comfortable, maybe right now would probably be a good time to start kissing ass. Thinking outside the box, looking for cracks within the company, being creative, and highlighting your work as much as you can publicly, so that maybe if another opportunity comes up, it would be like a split-second decision for the new company to be able to hire you, or maybe they'll find you before you even think about looking for a new job. Do you think that this is a solid piece of advice to give to people in 2020?
Corporate? I think this has been the most tangible advice we've given, and we're not even in corporate. To like on all of our podcasts, this is like the actual like most.
But this is like the most entrepreneurial thing you could do in corporate is start raising the value of you.
Yeah. Start a podcast. Start a fucking pizza delivery podcast, man.
Yeah.
The crazy stories of my...
Yeah, the anonymous HR person, right?
Yeah.
And you start talking about company X.
Yeah.
And like all of a sudden you got like 5,000 HR people listening to your podcast. Eventually like it comes to light who it is.
Yeah, it's sick. There's so many, dude. And what about the people who don't like video? Because I mean, some people don't like doing videos, man.
They don't have to be on the video.
What if they don't?
Maybe they can just be an info video with their voice on it. There's so many ways. It's just people, they think video and they think, I'm not good at video. I don't think anybody Nobody really gets up for the first time and says, I'm amazing at video.
There's some certain, I'm sure. I mean, go look at our fucking first videos. Jesus.
True. It was awful.
There was probably people telling you go jump off a bridge.
Yeah.
Like, don't do anymore.
I'm with you. But I think that this is one of those things where you got to get over it. It's almost like our parents' generation, like they saw Facebook and they didn't start doing it for like 3 years, 4 years after all the teens were doing it, right?
Now it's like, oh.
Yeah, but now we see kids on TikTok making music videos and shit, and we're like, dude, I can't do that. That's not me. That's not me. All of a sudden, boom, you got 120,000 views. 280,000 views. So I think that everybody says it, and then boom, all of a sudden they do it, and now they're hooked.
And you're behind.
Yeah, I should have started my YouTube channel 5 years ago. I would have had a Ferrari by now.
You're retired. Just doing YouTube videos. No, but like it's a good thing because, and this as far as like corporate, it hasn't started yet, so you could kind of get in. I mean, some people do it. I've seen it. I've seen a few people.
Yeah, within the corporate world, yeah.
I see it.
I'm telling you, that chick, I got to figure out what her name was, but she works, I think, for like Fox or ABC News, and she just documents her whole life. What time she gets up in the morning, what her diet's like, because she has to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning to go to work. She, like what time would you imagine she eats lunch? Like 6 a.m.?
Yeah.
Right? She eats lunch at like 6, 7 a.m., but like you want to see like, hold on.
What do you eat at 7 a.m. for lunch? Yeah, it's 6.
She eats basically breakfast for lunch, and she eats lunch at dinner. But like there's so much interesting content. Like she leaves for work one day, and it was like a Friday night or something like that, and she gets into work, and like there's people going into the nightclubs. She was working at a downtown studio. So, like, there's so much interesting shit that, like, if you're a news reporter, you'd probably watch her. But then if you're the person that runs the news channel, or, like, you're the director or whatever the hell you are, you're like, dude, I want this chick to work for me. I want this person to work for me. So I think there's just a lot of stuff to be had out there.
That's good info, man.
Yeah, I'm happy we brought up this whole corporate thing because I feel like so many people have so many crazy opportunities without having to actually spend anything to start a business. I think at this point, it doesn't matter if you're even in business. I think just you having tools to promote whatever it is that you're good at, doing that itself will get you the benefits that being your own business owner.
It's fucking
or
better
world.
doing it in corporate, man.
I think so too.
Being an entrepreneur in corporate is the best, dude. You're getting money regardless.
Yeah.
And you could still be an entrepreneur. Work your way up, and you just have.
So, do you want to know the last piece of conversation? I guess that I could leave this off with something practical, something tangible. If I were to go back into day-to-day actual car sales, what I would be doing. So, I likely would be following the model of this one guy I follow on YouTube. He basically showcases all the new BMWs on his channel. And he gets most of his customers from YouTube. All of the sales that he does, they're just direct hit, they're direct contact, no negotiation. He gets the price that they want, done deal. He does about like 3 or 4 cars a day, if not more, because of his YouTube channel. So that's how I would be doing it. And then it wouldn't even matter what dealership you're at. You could be working at any BMW dealership you want in the United States, and you would be all set.
Or any car, whatever like you're doing. It doesn't have to be BMW. Just because if anyone's searching Toyota Prius, you're coming up.
Yeah, you're the guy. Like you're the guy. So where is this guy?
Yeah.
Right? And it doesn't matter if you were in Idaho one day and you moved to Texas the next, you're good. So I would be developing my reputation on social, and I would be working my way up in that company so that company even allows me to do whatever it is that I'm doing on social, which most of the time they should be. They should be completely okay with you bringing business to their business.
Of course.
But anyway. Well.
All right, I guess I'm going back home now.
Yeah, bro, it's getting kind of late. Do you mind leaving my house?
All right, gotta call an Uber.
Just kidding. He's not leaving. But this podcast it's time to end it because you're probably sick of my voice by now.
I do want to go to sleep though right now.
I'd say good night, Shant, but it's not good night yet. Good night, guys.
Bye.